What do you think you'd want on your headstone? What? Don't look at me like that. Is that not a normal first date conversation topic? Or, I mean, hey, you did agree to this. You saw my message, I proposed the idea, and you were like, hell yeah, sounds like a great idea. I mean, I guess if you were too uptight for morbid questions, you definitely wouldn't have said yes to this. It's kind of a weird thing, you know. But what can I say? I've always really liked walking around graveyards. I'm real nosy. Yeah, you can learn a ton about somebody just from looking at the plots. How rich were they, or, well, how much was their family willing to shell out in order to show one last display of love? What was the meaning behind the font choice? Did they have a knack for graphic design when they were alive? If they have a picture of themselves embossed into the stone, like, yeah, that one over there, would they be happy about that? Did they ask for that? Did they choose the picture? You know, only in modern times has the technology been there to create such a unique set of choices. And such a unique set of choices that have to be made in a time of grief. Like, what? Which picture of me best demonstrates who I was as a person? How can I trust a stencil's ability to lay out my real likeness? I mean, that's a lot of trust. Or, counterpoint, should I even worry about that at all? What if I chose a photo where, like, I'm gesturing wildly at the camera, and I have one hand wagging a middle finger in front of me, and the other one holds up the hemline of my shirt with my chest out, acting like a real fool? Could my ghost flash the world? Would you let it? Would you let that be the version of me that represents my soul? Just how much of myself, seriously, how much of myself am I allowed to be in the mixed company of this graveyard, right? We're all in various states of organic decay and skeletons and dust. I don't know. With all of that, with all the context, are we really worried about my chest right now? I'm the most exposed I could possibly be, with all of my life laid out to you in the most succinct bracket of dates below my name. That's all that's left of me. Look at me. I died. I'm embarrassed you have to see me like this. Sorry. You now know everything you'd need to know about me. See? Look, I had a beginning, and then I had an end. And it's totally up to you whether I'm remembered or not from this point on. I've never been this vulnerable. I give it all up to you. Do you feel comfortable getting that intimate with strangers? I've seen headstones that were, really unafraid to reveal why their loved one was now deceased. Usually it's out of pride and an honorable exit, so to speak. They gave their lives and they saved others. They fought raging fires and crumbling infrastructure. They're heroes, and they belonged to the dirt prematurely because they were unafraid and unselfish. What a combo, huh? I don't know how to be brave, so you probably won't be putting anything fantastic in quotes about how I went out. People don't normally drag on about something natural like an accident or maybe a natural disaster, a sickness. It's kind of all about the relevancy to our patterns we had when we were alive, right? Like, do you think we'll ever see a gravestone that says somebody was known for car accidents? I mean, yeah, probably not, but yeah, the family of the dearly departed professional racer isn't necessarily like going to the funeral home and flipping through the catalog and choosing the flaming car clip art. That would be crazy. They all kind of saw this coming already, but do you think they would want to memorialize it like that? Hey, remember this. Remember the worst thing you've ever seen. I think they're known for anticipating car accidents. It's kind of pure statistics if you think about it, right? It would make a lot of sense that their chances of going up in smoke are much higher than my chance of going up in smoke. They put on their helmets and they put that totally out of their minds. They make themselves believe first aid can put a body back together in the worst case scenario. You know, maybe it's best to be like that lady over there, right? And we can ask for a simple lily. Everybody likes a pretty flower, right? It's nice. Or perhaps a heart, an angel with delicate wings. I'll have my nickname in quotation marks cuddled between my real names. Romantic font, nostalgia. Invoke comfort to the unlucky ones left behind with beautiful loops and slopes. I've always liked calligraphy. Okay, sorry, am I being way too freaky now? I really don't mean to be. I don't think of these things as weird, really. I was just kind of going off of your face. I like tangents. I like to let my mind wander. Well, I mean, okay, so to put it in perspective, wouldn't you kind of judge me a little bit if I spent more time deciding what I wanted to do with my hair than what I'd want chosen to speak for me when I cease to exist? And let me tell you, I think a lot about what I should do with my hair, you know? I just get so overwhelmed knowing how many stories surround me at any point. No matter where I step on the grounds, if I looked hard enough, I could tell which plots had been recently dug and refilled, and I could see who was exhumed. I could see dark corners of the land where Victorian-era bodies rested, assign the spots to preserve space for the future they were thinking about us. Can you believe it? That's crazy. They are the trailblazers here, not us. They exist. They existed. They're still here. Their cheeks were once pink with the excitement of youth before giving way to the gray flesh and waxy pores of death. God. You know, I remember them. I respect them. They knew what it was like to pace through the grass while carrying symbols and offerings to leave in the manicured space around the tombstone. They knew what it was like to do what we're doing right now. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, but like, people are always talking about the good old days, but maybe the real good old days were when people felt like they could come in here into the cemetery and like be allowed to eat a sandwich next to people's graves and toast to the people that are no longer with us. I want it to be socially acceptable. Because, like, you know, they used to do that, you know. Party at the graveyard, man. It wasn't goth or anything at all. It was like a reflective afternoon with refreshments and leather-bound notebooks. Maybe some people had cameras and they took pictures of their friends sprawled out on their mother's resting spot. Their father, grandmother, all loved and lost, but they can still be embraced without any worldly arms. Isn't that cool? They sustained their lives with the food and drink while the inevitability of the end lingered all around them. But they still drank, and they still ate, and they still enjoyed. Do you think, well, I think that if the ghosts could talk, they would say, "Don't waste your time counting your breaths while you have them. It's a gift to inhale and exhale freely." And so I think that to honor those who are gone, we gotta exist enough for all of them, you know? I really like the way your face looks right now. It tells me everything I need to know, honestly. Yeah. You're listening to me so deeply, and like I can even see it in your jaw and your eyebrows. I feel like I can trust that you would let me be myself anytime we hung out together, or you would let me have the flashing picture on my grave. Do you want to like think about the afterlife together and hold hands? Yeah. I want to hold your hand so bad. I've been thinking about it like all day. I want to hold the hand of somebody who will, like, listen to me rant about planning for the worst, but still thinking I'm cute and noticing how much effort I put into my outfit for you tonight, right? Hey, I mean, I already feel like I proved to you that I'm not superficial at all, right? So here's another side of me. Let's ask the ghosts if they like how I look. Yeah, I think maybe some of them might get a little upset with my choices, but yeah, let's move on. I don't want to get haunted. It's so weird. Like, normally I have trouble walking with somebody as I hold their hand, but it feels really easy with you. Maybe we're meant to be or something, huh? No, I'm not. I'm not like obsessed with you yet or anything like that, but I think we're a pretty good pair. We should definitely hang out again, if you want to. Yeah, I'm being forward, I know, and hopefully you feel the same. Well, I don't know, I've just noticed that, maybe due to the setting, that there's really no guarantee if I'll wake up tomorrow and have that chance to think about you and wonder if you feel the same way about me as the days go on and stress and think and I really feel that there's no time to delay companionship these days. What are you gonna tell your friends you did on Halloween, by the way? Are you really gonna admit to them that you actually agreed to do something extremely sketchy with somebody that you just met? Like, what if I had been super dangerous and I already had a grave dug for you and everything? Just an unmarked grave, and I left you there, and I don't know. What if I had been one of the ghosts myself? No, unfortunately, I'm still kicking, and I do plan to be for a very long time. I'm kind of holding out hope for the immortality serum because I got a lot of things to do. Heck yeah, I want to live forever. Come on. Think about how many different eras and generations of grave designs I'd be able to see. There's a lot of space still left here. Oh my god. Okay, do me a favor. Give me mercy. You should kiss me really quick before I keep talking and say something so strange that you want to just grab a shovel and make a new home for me here, alright? You are such a good sport. Would you stick around? Please? Cool.